Hello. Today I would like to show you a small camera which is pretty interesting. It's a Samoca 35mm small camera. It's made in Japan in 1950s, and the main feature of this camera get a 50mm lens. The biggest maximum aperture is f3.5, and as you can see, the speed is got a 100th, 50th, 25, and the B, and also the aperture can from 3.5 all the way to 22. So, and that's I recently found this camera, which is in very good shape. Here you go. And here you can see this camera, and it's a small lens. Let me show you how big it is. So, small camera, I think Olympus make a pretty famous small camera, Olympus XA series. And here you go, that's XA on top of it. So, it's pretty much the same width, and but of course it's thicker of the Samoca. And let me also show you the comparison with Leica M3. So that's Leica M3, and this is sit on the top. So it's like probably 30% smaller than Leica M3. Even though this camera is small, it's I think it's pretty adequate for people taking pictures for families or activities, and definitely it's not a professional camera since it's a few limits here. And but it's very cool, cute camera. The unique thing is that's the shutter speed. You can adjust the shutter speed. You wind up the film. But when one out the film, it's not a cocked shutter, so you have to manually cock the shutter. And that's this button for. You cock the shutter, you focus, and this is a viewfinder camera, so you really don't tell you how far you can go. But on the side, they do have the depth of field, and the your focus will show you the distance on the scale here. So most times, good enough when you put a FA aperture to FA, and after you cock, and you take a picture. You cock, you take a picture, and if you want a multiple exposure on the same film, it's very easy. You don't have to do anything. You just cock and do it. But in the meantime, it's downfall too, since sometimes maybe you forgot to wind up the film, and so you have quite a few double exposure picture unintentionally. Who knows? Maybe you found something pretty interesting with those double exposures. Even though it's simple, it looks like well made. And the viewfinder, even though it's 6 years old, it's surprisingly it's very clear and very pleasant to look through. You do have the flash shoes on the top, and rewinding buttons here, and in the same time they do have the film counter and the manual focus. It's here. The here is you can connect to the flashlights. I do not think it will fit with the modern cable, so maybe you need to do some modification, or you find an older cable. But just for fun, you really don't need a flashlight. If you really need a flashlight, you probably shouldn't take this camera to take those pictures. And how to load the film. Here you go. You can see actually is a latch here. You can turn to one side and you take the whole back off. Oops, something dropped. So it's kind of like a Leica, older Nikon rangefinder. You know, you take the whole back off, and you can see, even though it's a simple camera, probably it's pay attention to pretty detail. It even come with a film plate to make sure the film it's flat, and so you can take a sharper picture. Then here you put the film, take out a spool here, and you put the film on another side. So after you load the film, and you can put a backpack. And make sure you flip the latches so it's keep it in the spots. I never really tried to use this camera, but it seems like a pretty interesting small camera, so that's why I make a video to share with you. So it's a Samoca 35mm. I think it's a Type 3 or Model 3. So they make quite a few this small camera, Model 1, 2, 3, and do have the case come with it. Consider 60 years old, it's really not a bad shape for the case either. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.